name's Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life here. We're doing top 10 live shows of 2019. Now, this isn't specific gigs, this is specific shows. So it can be a band that was at a festival or a support band of a bigger band. It's basically the 10 best shows we saw this year. Simple as that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorted.
It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Nah, it wasn't. I mean, it hasn't been a great year for seeing individual shows, especially the last few months for me anyway. But I did have... Do you know what? I probably got 8 or 9 down, relatively easy. Not necessarily in the right order, but 8 or 9 down. And then the last couple, I kept switching back and forward, and then it took me a while to settle.
Okay.
You know, I had to start doing like some proper analysis. So I was going, right, okay, come on, be realistic. Which one did you actually were more impacted by? Which one did you talk about the most?
Right.
You know, and that's when I was like, all right, so I've got to go this way.
Well, my number one was decided way back in June and hasn't changed. That's the fact. But yeah, it was a bit of a, particularly near the top end of it, the 10, 9, 8s, that kind of thing, where I had to keep rereading what I wrote originally and then thinking back. So I'll get us started this time. Number 10, I have gone Iona at Iona Fest, which was on the 5th of October 2019. There were very few reasons for us to travel all the way from London to Sheffield, but Iona Fest was one of them.
Yeah.
It was hosted and headlined by the Symphonic Metalers. The Seven-Headed Beast played their debut album, The Seven, in full, and even threw in an awesome cover of Ghost's Square Hammer. When I think back to this, I have really positive memories of the Iona show.
Yeah.
So that figure, that was good. That was a worthy top 10 inclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't know. This was actually one of the ones I was talking about where I put it in, taking it out, putting it in. So my number 10, which was a support act. Okay. Which was Kamikaze Test Pilots on the 8th of July at the 229 Club, supporting Deity's Muse. Yeah. And I also kept putting Deity's Muse in there. Because they were also absolutely fucking brilliant. Yeah. But, you know, despite the fact that it was a shit turnout, shit crowd, everything like that, I really, really like Kamikaze Test Pilots. I really do. I think they're so fucking unique. And seeing them on the stage, the songs are catchy, so enthusiastic. And I come out of there with... I had a positive kind of outlook on the band already. Yep. But I could just come out of there with it reinforced. It's like, they're brilliant, man. They deserve a huge crowd.
Can't argue with that. Can't. That's... Yeah, he's right. I nard about Kamikaze Test Pilots and Deity's Muse as one. I didn't make it in the end. At number 9, I'm staying at Iona Fest. And this is Illusion. So they were... They get the nod ahead of Iona in this as well because they surprised me. I didn't even know them by the start of this show. But by the end, it's one of those where I'm very positively about it. Yeah. It was a great performance and the epitome of a band... grabbing an opportunity with both hands and really taking it. Yeah,
they were brilliant. Yeah. They were brilliant. Didn't get into my top 10 again, though. I actually haven't got anything from Iona Fest at all in here. Wow. Which isn't anything to do with it being bad or anything like that, because I think if this had been a top 11 or 12, the next 3 probably would have been all from Iona Fest.
No, fair enough.
My number 9 is Septic Flesh at Incineration Fest.
Okay, cool.
Saturday 11th of May at the Electric Ballroom. And it was just a real surprise highlight for me, man. I still think about it. Like, today it pops back into my head standing there and being like, this isn't what I was expecting. Yeah. At all. I went there presuming them to be a straight up kind of relentless and possibly boring grind or death band. And came out just kind of stunned by their quality. We spoke about it for days after about what a fucking surprise that was.
Yeah, we were buzzing about it, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I won't touch too much upon it. It'll come up.
Okay.
Number 8. My number 8 then is Avatar at the O2 Shepherd's Bush Empire on the 20th of January. This was actually my second time seeing Avatar, but the first time as headliner. They didn't disappoint, so it was a really memorable experience. One filled with really visual sights, intense sounds, plenty of wackiness too, being a wacky band. For me, I think when people see Avatar, a picture of them, they probably get an impression. When you hear them, they probably get another impression. And to see them live, I don't think you can get the full idea of what quite Avatar are like. And it's a band that I've really, really grown to really, really love over the last couple of years. And this show was kind of the icing on the cake for me. Yeah, it was excellent.
My number 8 is Alien Weaponry at the Underworld, Camden.
Well, this wasn't on my list because I wasn't fucking there.
Yeah. This was on the 16th of June, so a while back now. And it's kind of strange in a way because we saw them obviously before and we saw them play at Bloodstock. Yep. And they played to, 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. Absolutely rammed stage. So here in the Underworld, it's obviously a much more unique, kind of personable feel to it. But it was still rammed. It was brilliant. It was very intimate. They got so much energy and so much positivity about them.
Yeah.
You know, smiling their way for every song, getting the crowd in, and Pit was crazy. It's really, really good, man. Every time I see anything about them, every time they release a song or anything like that, it's like that reinforcement of like, yeah, these guys really are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the real deal, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those shows that I'm still gutted I missed out on, but what are you going to do? Number 7. It's 2 bands in one, cheating a bit, but they were in the same show, so technically not. Night Rage, Demonic Resurrection at the 229 venue on the 29th of August. Demonic Resurrection were a support band, and in any other night they'd have been band of the night.
Yeah.
However, Night Rage, who are already a rare commodity on these shores,
Yeah.
were just at that level above. Both bands delivered smashing, energetic, and fun sets of intense metal. The show, though, it's a bit of a sore spot because bands of this quality and who don't come here much, particularly in the face of Night Rage, to have such a small audience, that really was the case in that night, was a bit of a sore spot. But yeah, it's one I think back to and I have really positive feelings about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Number 7 for me is the first of a few Bloodstock sets on here. So this one is Powerwolf.
Okay, cool.
And even this still holds true today. I'm still not massive on these guys on record.
Yep.
I don't mind some songs, but I still don't love it. But I just remember being like blown away by them on stage at Bloodstock, man. Just couldn't take your eyes off them. The musically, they were brilliant. The kind of stuff that was going on, the set, the way that they acted, the way they behaved, it was just so fucking infectious, man. It was absolutely brilliant to watch, and it's one of the most lasting memories of Bloodstock that I have, actually, watching Powerwolf. So yeah,
Powerwolf were great at Bloodstock. One of those real surprise ones for me. I'm at Bloodstock as well for my number 6, and I've gone with Rotten Christ. Now, I remember when they were announced as headliners for the Selfie stage on a Thursday night, we were so pleased. It promised to be like an incredible start to an incredible weekend. And happily, it lived up to it. It was in such form. I don't remember loads from this because too much alcohol.
Yeah.
But the tent was perfect, you know. It was perfect for them. It was a perfect place for them. Yeah, Rotten Christ at Bloodstock. Really, really strong memories from 2019's Bloodstock.
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 6, one that you've done already, which is Night Rage at 229 with Demonic Resurrection. Although I focused pretty much on Night Rage. I just said, like, you know, it's one of those things for me. It's like I've been a fan of them for such a long time, and I didn't really know if I'd ever get the chance. And it was only about a month before they announced that I was talking to people, and I even mentioned it to you as well, about potentially going abroad to see them. Yeah. You know, because like I don't think I'm ever going to see them in the UK. Yeah. I think I might try and see, you know, if there's a Swedish show or something like that I can just get a flight out there.
Yeah.
And then when they were announced, I spent the next few weeks worried that what if they're not as good live as I think they're going to be. You know, getting all nervous about it, but I was wrong. I thought it was brilliant, man. Just so intense, wicked solos, punishing riffs, loads of energy, and just hope they come back. Yeah. More people turn up next time. Yeah.
Okay, my number 5, Parkway Drive at Alexandria Palace on the 2nd of February 19. Now, I ummed and ahed over which Parkway Drive performance to put in. This or the Bloodstock 2019 headliner performance. Both were excellent and offered different experiences. Yeah. But I settled on this because it was my first time seeing the band. Yeah. Properly. And 3 songs on a award show don't count. And that's why I decided this one would get the nod of the Bloodstock. And it simply was an immense show. They both were. From the way walking through the crowd with flaming torches to the spectacle of pyro on stage to stripped back melodic moments, Parkway absolutely brought it and proved they were ready to headline festivals, which they would then do that year. So, yeah, it could have easily been Bloodstock. It's so, like, simply that one difference. Yeah.
Well, I will talk about that shortly.
Okay.
My number 5 is Morass of Molasses at Beastfest 2 in Gravesend.
Yeah, wicked.
I don't know, like, it's a bit of a strange one, right? Because on one part of it, I was surprised by how good they are. They were. But on the other side of it, I don't know why I was surprised, because I know they're a really great band. Like, you know, perhaps I should stop being surprised by whenever I see them. They happen to be amazing, and remember that they're amazing. You know, I just they kind of owned that festival, to be honest. You know, they really did, and they're so unique, but like also almost no frills as well. It's just brilliant music. They've got little quirks, stuff like that. You know, it's not straightforward, kind of stoner or sludge or doom or anything like that. It's like it's a bit of a mixture of a lot of things, but with their own quirks. And they literally had the small crowd, of course, but the whole of Leo's Red Lions Beast Fest thing was a small crowd, but they were probably, them and Crystala were the only people to have everyone in kind of eating out of the palm of their hands, you know. Yeah. So yes, supremely impressive.
I wish I'd been there. Number 4. You've already mentioned them. Septic Flesh at Incineration Fest in the Electric Ballroom on the 11th of May. Again, kind of echoing what Brendan kind of said. I just didn't expect much. I mean, I like them, but they're not a band I really thought would like blow me away live. Yeah. And it turned out to be completely wrong. Completely. From disinterest at the start of, hey, we're here, we'll check out these bands we've not seen before, to holy fucking shit, how good was that?
I remember when we went in there, we were like, yeah, we're at the festival, man. We'll go and catch a track or two, and then we might go and shoot across the road or something like that.
That was it.
And like, a track or two in, and you're like, yeah, we ain't moving.
Yeah. So that Septic Flesh had to be here.
Right, number 4.
Yep.
Parkway Drive at Bloodstock.
Bloodstock, okay.
Now, I really did the same as you did, and I ummed and ahed, and I had more reasons for why it should be the Ali Pali show.
Right.
One of them being the one that you did, which was like your first time seeing it. I actually think I preferred the overall set list at Ali Pali as well.
Okay.
There are a couple of songs that didn't get played at Bloodstock, like Carrion.
Oh, yeah.
So I had all these reasons for it, but the one reason I couldn't, and it's such a silly reason, is like because I was trying to base this on what's my moments, memorable moments. And it is every single time when I think about Parkway Drive now, what I see in my head is the top of the Bloodstock stage, flames bursting out of it. Not bits on the stage, but on the top. And everyone pointing at each other going, look. Like that. And it's just like, I can't get that out of my head. So I think, while I probably overall enjoyed the Ali Pali one for more because it was my first time and everything like that, the most memorable show for me was Bloodstock, definitely. And there was a little bit of it as well, which was like... it's kind of strange we get these feelings, right? And I know you're the same in this. Is like, because I have no like influence on Parkway Drive.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of like pride of not everybody, but a lot of people going, yeah, all right, we were wrong.
Yeah.
Which at Ali Pali you didn't really have to deal with that so much because anyone who stayed for Parkway were there for Parkway anyway. Whereas at Bloodstock, I was as much watching the crowd and wanting to go up to people going, see?
Yeah. They were worthy, yeah.
So, yeah. But there you go, Parkway Drive. Number 4.
Okay, top 3 then. Top 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
And if you watch the EP one, you'll know I said I did come up. So here they are. Number 3, Master's Call at Bloodstock Festival on the 10th of August 19. I pitted once at Bloodstock. Just once. And it was to Master's Call. And I feel like that says enough.
I remember you were just like, hold my beer.
Yeah. Just, I love Master's Call record on
excuse me.
On record, and the chance to see them live, and it was such intensity. New Blood stage, I loved it. Yeah.
My number 3, Insight at the Underworld Incineration Fest.
Oh, okay.
This was like a real surprise for me, for both of us actually. We were almost dragged to see them. I think I wrote down I was dragged in to see a band that I had no interest in whatsoever.
Yeah.
And come out just absolutely heaping them with praise, glowing about them. I think out of everything that I saw at Incineration Fest, all the way from May, that was, up until Bloodstock, when we saw them again, all I did was talk about, Insight, you got to go and see Insight. Yeah. They made such an impact on me in that little tiny venue, which again, we're talking, how many people we're talking that turned up to see him? 15, 20?
If that.
But it didn't stop the band, didn't stop the energy, didn't stop the fun that was had with people doing like our little circle pit around the pillar in the underworld, and then the band themselves are just the nicest guys.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a massive one for me this year.
It was me too, and I'm gonna follow that up by going straight to my number 2, Insight.
Ah, there you go. I was wondering if I was waiting for you to go, damn it, I forgot them.
No, it was my number 2, and it mirrors almost everything you said. Playing next to nobody in the underworld, but acting like they were playing to 10,000 people in a stadium. I went completely uninterested. I reviewed their newest album and thought it was good, but it was never anything that made me go whoa. And just, blew me away. Generally one of the highlights of the year. Well, number 2. Yeah.
My number 2, Rotting Christ at Bloodstock.
Okay, got number 2, did it? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very excited in the build up to this, man. I hadn't seen them before. I was really kind of intrigued how it would work. And then I was just like, yeah, it worked perfectly. And just like you with Master's Call, this was probably the only time I properly pitted at Bloodstock as well.
Yep.
Where I was just like, I got to go in there.
Of course you did, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
I got to go. I was like, I thought they were brilliant, man. They're so fucking good. Amazing band.
Yeah. Which brings us to number 1. Now, before I say my number 1, I will say, we might as well just... It hasn't come up on Brendan's list yet. The fact that
I already know we got the same one because of the date you spat out earlier on when you said I've known mine since June.
Yeah, June. Yeah.
We've got the same one.
Well, the fact that it hasn't come up in either our top tens, and the fact that it was impossible for it to be left off.
Yeah.
It is of course Gojira at Brixton,
yeah.
which was the 30th of June. This is simply, were you there? Were you there when Gojira proved they were worthy of being spoken in the same breath as the metal greats of old? The moment they proved they were arguably the best live band on the planet right now there. Were you there? And when I was, and when you think back to it, I still get chills.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
It genuinely was, wow. Yeah,
it's absolutely faultless. It's really strange. One of the things I remember most about the show was the fact that Gojira thought it did have faults.
Yeah.
Because this was one of the first of the Brixton Academy Beergate.
Yeah, that's been happening this year, yeah.
Which seems to be a thing now where somebody drops or throws beer over the soundboard. And for Gojira, it impacted the lights.
Yeah.
But one of the most, not musically it was fucking faultless, but one of the other things that's impressive about the Gojira show was the backdrop and the performance, the stage show.
Yeah.
And at no point did we feel like that we were being shortchanged, that there was anything missing.
No.
It's almost like you've got it perfect. That's the perfect balance. I always wonder what would have happened if they'd had more to the hand. Would it have been too much?
I remember saying to you, I think there was one square of the backdrop not working.
Yeah.
Was that it?
The only thing that I think that was missing was when, I can't remember the drummer's name now, but when the drummer does the drum solo.
Right.
That normally he has the lights working off the drums.
Oh, I see. So maybe that was what
they didn't
missing.
have that.
Okay. Because we got pyro, confetti.
Fucking everything you think of. Like, it was amazing. It was absolutely the perfect show.
Yeah, when I hear Stranded now, I get taken back there.
Yeah.
Like, I hear that and I'm back in Brixton. Truly was. As soon as it happened, it was one of those where it's like, this is not going to be beaten.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, it's probably... Yeah, it's up there with the best shows I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I took, like, over all of the shows.
Yeah.
Like, not just this year. This is the show of the decade.
There you go. There you go. There's our 10 best live shows of 2019. Let us know what yours are in the comments. Let us know what you think of ours. If you disagree or agree or think we missed something off or we should have got to this, you tell us. You can let us know over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can let us know on the site, GBHBL.com. Help us out on Patreon and Big Cartel. And of course, please hit that like and subscribe button.